Alright, let's get started with the story. First off, Marcus Nispel, who typically does horror movies. He did Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the new Nightmare on Elm Street, but he pretty much just does horror movies. So it's typically not a good action-adventure pick to have a horror movie director be doing this. And it kind of makes sense why it was so one-dimensional and crappy. It starts off with a young Conan, who's basically the best part of the movie. But it takes 30 minutes for him to become like real Conan. And before we see Jason Momoa, it takes 30 minutes. And it's a just under 2-hour movie. So a quarter of that movie, he's young Conan. That whole bloodline thing, which is like the mystical, just the whole villain's motive. The villain's motivation was just stupid! He needed to get this mask in order to resurrect his sorceress wife, who could then help him live forever and take over the world.
Are you pondering what I'm pondering, Pinky?
Sure, Brain, but how are we gonna find chaps our size?
Alright, cool beans. That sounds kind of fucking stupid to me. Then let's get to our sex scenes here. Alright, for one, when you have old Conan, him and Valeria are fighting for position, and they kind of look like equals when they're going at it, versus new Conan, it's missionary status. Ugh, just the villains are just horrible, but I'll get onto them later in the character section. But, like...
Magic. Motherfucker.
Magic-wise, what? Fucking sand zombies?
What the fuck?
Sand zombies. You're fucking kidding me. And then let's get to the climactic villain death scene, right? Where it's a Disney ending. Basically, he just falls to his doom. Yeah, this story is...
Nigga, please.
Probably one of the worst things for the new one. It was just horrible. Another main thing that was really annoying about the new one is there's virtually no mention of Crom other than once, and that was, you know, kind of a big thing for the whole Conan thing. The old one even starts with Crom, and, you know, the kind of what he's all about and why they follow him. In the old one, we got Arnold after only 15 minutes.
The hell with you.
It's like 15 minutes of little, like, young Conan. Yes, his mother died, his father died. He's sent off to be a slave, and then with only 15 minutes, he's already grown up Arnold. Then he becomes a gladiator, learns to fight. Some of him learning to fight in the new one, but apparently he was, by age of 8, was already learned all he needed to know. So, yeah, then he gets his freedom. He finds the awesome sword, becomes a thief, and just starts stealing shit and becoming kind of like an anti-hero. And he finds his higher purpose when he finds that he could actually get the revenge he's been looking for all of his years, when he'd almost forgot about it. He confronts his villain to be crucified. He dies, comes back to life, and then once he finally is able to complete his mission, he loses Valeria, who basically is his partner in life, and she dies. So everything has been taken from him. So now it's up for his revenge, and that's all he has to live for anymore, because that's what he started with, and then he found something, and now all he has to live with is revenge. So as the guys come after him, he sets up some Predator-like traps, like in Predator, and some booby traps. A few stand against many, and a few win. And then let's talk about how the villain dies. It's kind of a Empire Strikes Back type moment, where he's like, I am your father. Well, not exactly your father, but I am your sole purpose of life right now is your revenge, so you can't kill me, because if you kill me, then what will you have to live for? In which case, he says, fuck you, I'm gonna cut off your head. And he cuts off his head, holds it up so all of his followers get to see that he's not a god, throws his head down the stairs, and then burns his body afterwards. So, yeah, much more complex, much more awesome, much more shit going on. Story-wise, you got nothing new. Old's the way to go.